There's something strange happening with Samsung's next Ultra phone. And this time, it's not just about the specs. The Galaxy S26 Ultra isn't trying to scream for attention with a wild redesign or flashy new gimmicks, yet somehow it's sparking more debate than any Galaxy leak in years. Some fans are already calling it the sleekest Ultra ever made, while others say Samsung just played it too safe. But when you start connecting all the leaks, the design tweaks, the new chip, the subtle camera upgrades, it starts to make sense. Samsung's actually setting the stage for one of its smartest upgrades yet. Welcome back, viewers. Sam here. If you love staying ahead of every Galaxy leak, make sure to like this video, share it with your fellow tech fans, and hit that subscribe button so you don't miss what's coming next. So, let's dive into it. The Galaxy S26 Ultra has finally leaked through a fresh batch of renders, and they reveal some fascinating design shifts. The first thing you'll notice, it doesn't look as sharp and boxy as before. Samsung seems to be softening the design, going for slightly curved edges that give the phone a smoother, more balanced look. It's almost as if Samsung wants the Ultra to feel less like a brick powerhouse and more like a refined, premium daily device. But that move has split opinions. Some users love the squared-off feel of the S24 Ultra. It felt iconic, professional, and instantly recognizable. The new design, though, feels more approachable, almost like Samsung wants to attract users who've always preferred the rounder iPhone shape. That change also impacts one of the most defining features of the Ultra, the S Pen. Because of the softer frame, the S Pen slot has been subtly adjusted. It's still integrated, but now it sits slightly differently, giving the phone a more ergonomic grip. For people who use the S Pen daily for notes or sketches, this could actually make a big difference in comfort. Still, not everyone's convinced. The debate over boxy vs rounded is already heating up online. And honestly, that's exactly the kind of attention Samsung wants before a major launch. Now, the back of the phone tells another story. The camera layout might look familiar at first, but Samsung has secretly reworked its internals. The lenses are reportedly housed in a slightly redesigned camera bump that allows for a wider aperture, meaning the sensors can now pull in more light. In real-world terms, this should drastically improve night photos and indoor shots. It's not a flashy upgrade you can spot right away, but once you see the difference in low-light performance, you'll feel it. Interestingly, while there's no confirmation of a brand new sensor, this redesign might be Samsung's way of focusing on image quality over hardware hype, something that could pay off massively in everyday photography. Of course, no Ultra would be complete without a power boost, and this one's shaping up to be a beast. Inside, we're expecting Qualcomm's Snapdragon 8 Elite Gen 5, a chip that's rumored to bring a major leap in both speed and AI processing. But here's the twist, not all S26 Ultra models will use it. In certain regions, Samsung's new Exynos 2600 will take center stage, and that's where things get really interesting. After the rocky history of the Exynos 2500, Samsung went all in on fixing the problem from the ground up. The Exynos 2600 is built on a 2nm process, and here's the shocking part. It's already in mass production months ahead of schedule. That means Samsung is confident this chip can finally compete toe-to-toe with Qualcomm's flagship. The early reports sound promising: better thermal control, longer battery life, and improved graphics power. It's not just about matching Snapdragon anymore. Samsung wants to show the world that Exynos can lead again. Now, whether you'll get Snapdragon or Exynos will depend on where you live. Most leaks suggest the US and South Korea will stick with Snapdragon, while Europe and other regions may see the Exynos 2600s. It's a strategy Samsung has used before, but this time the stakes are higher. The company's reputation is on the line, and this chip could mark one of the most important comebacks in its history. Speaking of performance, the S26 Ultra isn't just flexing on power. It's also rumored to feature faster storage and smoother animations thanks to Samsung's optimization work behind the scenes. That means apps will open faster, games will load quicker, and everything just feels more fluid. Combine that with AI-powered performance tuning, and you've got a phone that's not only faster, but actually smarter at managing its power. Battery-wise, things stay familiar. A 5000 mAh once again. Some fans were expecting a bump, but Samsung's betting that its efficiency upgrades from the new chip and display tech will deliver longer runtime without increasing size. Speaking of the display, there's talk about a new privacy focused feature that could hide parts of your screen when people nearby are trying to peek. It sounds futuristic, but given Samsung's focus on smart displays, it wouldn't be surprising if this becomes real. Comparing Samsung's strategy with Apple's recent approach shows something fascinating. While Apple went bold with the iPhone 17 Pro's design transformation, Samsung seems to be following a different playbook, one that values refinement and reliability. Instead of reinventing everything each year, it's perfecting the formula. That's why the Galaxy S26 Ultra might not look shocking at first glance, but the more you look, the more it feels like a carefully calculated step forward rather than a risky gamble. Even though some early critics are calling the S26 Ultra too safe, history shows Samsung's Ultra phones often age beautifully. Subtle refinements like smoother edges, more balanced design, and smarter camera tuning might not grab instant headlines, but they tend to make the device more enjoyable in real-world use. It's the kind of phone that feels quietly powerful, the kind that wins you over not on day one, but after months of flawless performance. And with the Exynos 2600 powering a potential comeback story, Samsung isn't just releasing another flagship. It's rebuilding confidence in its entire ecosystem. The stakes couldn't be higher. If this chip delivers the power, efficiency, and consistency that leaks promise, the Galaxy S26 Ultra could easily become the most balanced and complete smartphone of 2026. But if it disappoints, well, let's just say Qualcomm will continue to dominate for a while longer. So, as we wait for Samsung's big reveal, one thing's for sure. The S26 Ultra might not be flashy, but it's definitely fascinating. Between its refined new look, upgraded camera system, and the historic return of the Exynos chip, this phone could quietly redefine how Samsung approaches the Ultra lineup. The question now is, will Samsung's less dramatic, more confident strategy pay off, or will fans crave something bolder? One thing's certain, the Galaxy S26 Ultra has everyone talking again.